All right, so after discussing filter flow in depth, talking about the risks of using bidirectional filters, and the pitfalls of accidentally filtering on a foreign key from a data table instead of a primary key from a lookup table, you might be thinking to yourself, man, it is really easy to make this kind of mistake in Power BI. And to some extent, that's true if you don't have a great grasp of the data that you're working with, or a solid understanding of these data modeling foundations and principles, then yes, it can be quite easy to make this type of mistake. But the good news is that Power BI Desktop gives us some tools to help mitigate that risk. And one good example of that is hiding fields from report view. So the hide in report view option essentially makes fields inaccessible from the report tab, but they remain available in both the data and the model views. So you're not actually deleting anything, it's not an irreversible decision, it's really just designed to prevent users from filtering on incorrect fields inside of their reports. So you can do this in a few different ways. You can right-click a field in either the data or the model view, or select the is hidden property. But no matter how you do it, again, it's commonly used to prevent users from filtering using invalid fields. It also helps to reduce clutter or hide irrelevant metrics from view. So a little pro tip here, what I like to do is hide the foreign keys in my fact tables to essentially force users to filter using only the primary keys in our dimension tables. And that's exactly what we're going to do here in our AdventureWorks report. So let's jump into Power BI and practice hiding some of these fields in report view. All right, so go ahead and open up your AdventureWorks report. We're going to start here in the model view, and I'm going to show you a few different ways you can hide fields in report view. And one thing to note, you can actually hide entire tables as well by selecting the table and either right-clicking and choosing Hide in Report View, or clicking that Is Hidden toggle in the Properties pane. But in this case, we want to target individual fields and specifically those foreign keys inside of our fact tables. And that's going to be any column, any field that we're currently using to connect to our dimension or lookup tables. So for sales data, that's going to be our customer key, order date, product key, stock date, and territory key. For returns, it will be our product key, return date, and territory key. And we can even hide some of the foreign keys that are here in our product snowflake, like the product subcategory key in the product table and the product category key in the subcategory table. So to hide fields, it's super easy. You can either right-click an individual field and choose Hide in Report View, like so, or you can hover over the field and click this eye icon. That's going to put a slash through it and basically create a visual indicator that this field is currently hidden. Again, you can do this from the Properties pane as well by selecting a field like Product Key and clicking this Is Hidden toggle. You can go ahead and do the remaining fields here, Stock Date and Territory Key. I'm actually going to leave the returns data as is and give you a chance to practice these in the assignment in the next lesson. But let's go ahead and knock off these remaining two fields from our product tables. And to do that, we can actually do it in data view just to show all of the different ways we can handle this. So right now I'm in the product subcategories table. Product category key is a foreign key, so let's hide that one. And the last one we want to adjust is in our product table. And that's going to be the subcategory key. And that should do the trick. So now, just to see the implication of what we've done, we can jump into the report view and we can look at our data view here on the right side of the screen, and we should only see fields that have remained unhidden. So for sales data, we no longer see that territory key, that product key, that order date field. We only see these three remaining unhidden fields: order line item, order number, and order quantity, which is exactly what we want. So there you have it. Hiding fields in report view is a great way to foolproof your data models and reports in Power BI Desktop, especially if your end users are a little bit less technical or less familiar with the underlying data.